How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Naresh Nathan here, and welcome to a review of the 3A Iron Man. To help me with the review is the junior Sith Lord himself, Darth Vader, the Indian version. This is Ashley Wood's rendition of the Invincible Iron Man EGV08 edition. So this is a 6th scale, 1/6 scale action figure, and this is a rare piece in itself. 3A has officially announced 4 different variants, which is the Classic Iron Man, the Silver Centurion, the Stealth Iron Man, and the Stark Industries prototype. These are the 4 that will be widely available, which makes this one, the EGV08 version, quite a rare piece. And you'd know it just because of the color combination. He's a little more yellow and orange, unlike the gold and red that the Classic Iron Man has, for example. And as you open the box, there's another lovely image of the Iron Man with the signature Ashley Wood W there. And that's pretty much the packaging. So here's the figure in all its glory, standing, and it does stand by itself. And getting a closer look at the figure, you know what I'm talking about, the yellow and the orange. And look, no joints. That's because everything is concealed within the plastic and within the soft PVC material that this figure is made out of. We've known in the past that 3A figures have an issue of tumbling, shelf diving every now and then. But this guy seems pretty solid, and I think they worked on that as well. And he's got these 4 thrusters on his back, which is kind of different, which is, you know, a 3A stylized version of it, because the actual Invincible Iron Man suit does not have such huge thrusters at the back. And 3A is known for their weathering effect, which you can see all over this figure, which kind of gives it a very vintage yet very realistic look and feel. Okay, let's get into the meat of it, the articulation. I'm starting off with the fingers on the right palm there. And as you can see, they bend pretty well. There's so many points of articulation that, you know, it's sometimes hard for me to even count. It's the same on both the palms. The fingers themselves bend. They are quite large. I'm pretty sure if you've got any accessories of sort, they'd be able to grip them with ease. There's like a ball joint right at the base of the thumb there, and at the base of these fingers. No swivel joints. And when we come to the feet, slightly broad feet that this figure has, you can see that it's well reinforced at the bottom so that it stands pretty well by itself. And there you can see more weathering effect at the shin guard. As we get a closer look at the face and at the torso and at the shoulders, you can see that this weathering effect continues all through the figure. Kind of gives it a very, you know, road worn, battle damaged sort of look, even though it's not really battle damaged. But it kind of adds to the feel that this figure is actually made out of metal rather than plastic. And that's something that 3A has succeeded in doing with all their figures. Welcome back our junior Sith Lord, who's going to help me with the articulation. Let's take a look at the shoulder itself. It has a ball joint, which kind of gets it to move about that much. And you can hold on to the shoulder armor there and get just the arm moving. And as you take a look at the bend at the elbow, you can see that, you know, he can get it up to about 90 degrees, and the soft PVC material bends along with it, concealing the joints, making this figure look absolutely incredible. The same goes for the feet. There's kind of a cutaway there within the feet. There's not much of an articulation at the ankle, and the feet do swivel a bit. The knee bends to about that much. It's kind of hard to get a full frontal kick there, but the feet do go back and the knee does go back. And the head is also on a ball joint, so you get, you know, a bend about that much. and a backward movement about that much. from what you can see there. And if you notice, as you push the head backwards, a bit of the body armor actually bends to accommodate the movement of the head. Another cool thing about this figure is the light up features that it boasts. There are plenty of places where it lights up. All you have to do is press hard on the image there on the gauntlet, which gets his repulsor blast area on the palm glowing. And there's a switch at the back which requires 1 or 2 thrusters to be removed, and once you get to that and turn it on, the arc reactor as well as his eyes start glowing as well. It's got a slightly whitish bluish kind of a light to it, which may or may not be accurate to what you see in the comics or even in the recent movie. A round of applause as Junior Sith Lord exits in dramatic fashion. Now, an interesting thing that I want to point out is that he's got an extra bit of articulation on his torso, which requires you to grip him pretty tightly and pull up the top half of his torso, which gives him a great range of motion there, as he is able to bend his torso backwards, forwards, and get a whole circular motion in fact. I'm gonna dim the lights a little so that the light up feature on the 3A Iron Man stands out. And I really like the way the figure looks there, with the light up feature and with the lights dimmed. So if you ever want to display him on his shelf, make sure that you dim the lights around him and turn on the light up features. As we take a final look at it on the turntable, I've got Rishi Walia, Anupama Nalinakshan, Karan Talgere and the Junior Sith Lord with me, and they're all avid collectors. And I'd like to see what they have to say about the EGV-08 version of 3A's Invincible Iron Man.
I would say overall, out of 10, I would give it a 9. It takes you back to the good old, the Invincible Iron Man. You've seen a lot of the new suits, and this really takes you back. And number 2 is, yes, the withering effect. Number 3 is, it's a different take again. So
8.
I would give it a 10. Starting off with the articulation, just love the whole rubber material decision that they took. And it has light up features as well, so 10 out of 10.
I'd give it a 10 too. I think great attention to detail. I like this tiny little Stark International watermark there. I think that adds to it as well. Authentic, that's the word. Authentic. The Stark International emblem on the sides as well, on his boots. And the articulation, like he said, I like the fact that you could bend the knees or arms however, and you don't. It's like magic if you ask me. You can't see any bends in anything like your conventional figures.
All in all, I personally really love this figure. I love the way it's designed, and I love how Ashley Wood has taken liberty to stylize the classic Iron Man look. This is a limited edition figure, and 3A has 4 other different versions of this, which will be available widely. So happy collecting, and until next time.